afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting Propagandacast with me, your host, Imperial Dane, Master of Propaganda, Heroes Reich, Defender of the Fatherland. We're off here to exciting 1 vs 1 on Arnhem checkpoint. Between in the south, we got Rubergruber fighting here for the Soviet Union, for the glory of the Soviet peoples. Taking on the role here of the 6th Guards Rifle Division versus in the north we got Sturmtiger Frost fighting for the Oberkommando West für Deutschland, for Germany. Taking on the role here of the 23rd Panzer Division here we have got, of course, motor coordination tracks immediately chosen here by Rubergruber, with infantry bulletins backing up. For Sturmtiger Frost we got Breakthrough, Scavenge and Elite Armor. We also got double Kugelwagen stand from Sturmtiger Frost. Now this is a bit rarer, at least from what I've seen. We are seeing more players utilise basic homes to grab a lot more territory initially with this, speeding ahead and using the Kugelwagen to be overall better capturing speed, but also the fact they're cheaper. Well, the cheapest unit so far for the Oberkommando West, sort of again quickly get out a few of them and still rapidly rush ahead that way. Sturmpanier rushing up the centre, Volkers following up. We got Konskers and Years here for Rubergruber heading centrewards, both there, perhaps hoping to secure the centre as well with the Sturms they're rushing forwards. Obviously, with the Kugelwagens grabbing a lot more territory, he can actually allow himself to use the Sturmpanier to focus more on fighting, without having to worry about suffering a huge drop in territorial captures. And that's again the Kugelwagen does allow sort of again focus your combat unit more towards fighting, while the Kugelwagens then just sort of grab a lot of territory, while your Sturmpanier focuses on keeping things occupied there. In this case, the Sturmpaniers are falling back as Rubergruber's infantry moving ahead. M3A1 there on the way, so Rubergruber had also built up an early structure, perhaps already expecting it, getting an M3A1 since those can very quickly deal with the Kugelwagen. Sturmpanier taking mana loss, still fighting onwards. Contra they are not quite fully covered here by the fountain, could suffer some nasty losses there to the Sturmpanier. Sniper on the way here for Rubergruber. Now that's a bit more an interesting move. Perhaps not quite as effective, and might in fact be a bit more vulnerable here to a double Kugelwagen start. Of course, I presume he's actually expecting double to what? Sturmpanier is being handed down. We got another Volkers squad there on the way, much trying to move up the other one here to cover up the retreat. The Sturmpanier is losing them right now. Would be a bit of a harsh loss there to Frost. No. Oh dear. Slip up there some kind, allowed the Sturmpanier to get away. Bit unfortunate they're going for the cut-off. Well, not really a cut-off point as such, or maybe for the east. But on the west, things are continuing there quite nicely. In the end, he's just grabbing territory, meaning the Rubergruber will have to spend some time sort of grabbing that away. And he's so far just focused on the central, trying to push back, maybe hold the cut-off points, since he doesn't have to worry about necessarily directly engaging the Kugelwagen. So of course at the same time he's going to have to fight them sooner or later, otherwise he's not going to get a lot of resources either. M31 being pushed back here, too many German infantrymen slowly appearing. Sturmpanier is gefechtsbereit once more as well, going for the victory point here as well. Again the double Kugelwagen just sees a lot of territory. So now we're following up here. Definitely not so usual Oberkommando versus Soviet matchup so far. Now the Kugelwagen not sort of trying to stay out of the way here of the M3A1. If that encounters him, he's going to go down there to the 50 caliber mounted on the front. And there, of course, now he knows where it is. He can also operate the Kugelwagen here much more safely, but also this one without having to worry about anything really. Right now, in terms of territory, Rubergruber is on the back foot. He does probably, in some sense, have more firepower, but it's going to be tricky sort of, quickly focusing it properly. And we got Sturmtiger Frost going for a kidnap to counter the M3A1, or at least attempt to. Snipers hiding in the fences, looking for the fascists. That didn't quite work out there. Kuban going for the centre, Volkers are pulling back, going for the point here as well. Overall, Rubergruber a bit on the defensive here. What shall he go for next? We got more conscripts there arriving. Sniper shot there, killed a Volkers. Sniper, quickly pushed away. Comes there behind, getting a bit shot out there, but the Kugelwagen forced to pull back, low on health. Not looking good, they're constantly moving up. They could deal with the Volkers, they do go down to 3 men at the same time. M3A1 there with the engineers in. No flamethrower, but of course he might get Frost there to think he's getting a flamethrower. In this case, a bit of mind games there from Rubergruber. Sturmpanier being caught out in the open. Again, struggling a bit there, can't quite get into cover easily. He's into the building, actually have the best chance, but so far no sign of that. Slight progress here, so he's managed to push back some part of the Frost army here. The Kednev moving in slowly from the north. Engineers popping up, Contra moving up, Sturmpanier against the building. Back here, troops reinforcing it up, got the sniper moving out, still Ruber's forces overall small, and there we go. M3A1 knocked out here by a very well placed rocket hit there from the Kednev. For Sturmpanier is almost knocked out. again. Can he make it out this time, or will luck abandon him? No, looks like Frost got it out of there once more. Truckling away there for Frost, so Frost is already ready to take up. In fact, he could possibly think about trying to rush out a Luke. He's got bulletins for it. Obviously, the double Kuhwagens hand allowed him a great deal of map control there. So, of course, that could very well be part of the plan there for Frost. Reinforcing the Sturmpioneers. Frost is heading out again. Kuhwagen taking a few hits there. And we got Guardsmen here. Obviously, in that regard, Rubergruber is also seen through Sturm Tiger Frost. And Guardsmen are probably going to be one of the better counters, considering reasonably quickly be sort of forced out, reasonably durable. Got anti-tank rod, can deal with most light vehicles, and certainly keep them a bit on guard. Plus, of course, they can fight from buildings, which certainly also makes it a bit tricky to deal for some of the Frost units, in particular the earlier ones who might be trying to rush out. We've got mines down the road, by the way, worrying perhaps that the scout could rush down his Kugelwagen. Guardsmen moving ahead, sniping up, and then the church, perhaps now. Keeping out of buildings there. Guardsmen moving up, finding there with the PTRSs and most in their guns. There goes Sniper hit on one Volks Grenadiers. Volks is moving ahead. There go getting to the church. There we go. German infantry dropping dead like flies out in the middle of the bloody open. Guards are finding where their PTRS and most in their guns. Kuhwagens there laying down a hailstorm, but Guards are slowly advancing, not to be deterred. Pressure up here on the right flank, trying to get back control of the fuel point there, at least one fuel point, harassing the other one. He's not trying to fight where Frost is focusing his forces, sort of trying to play around him, or perhaps using the Guardsmen to take the fight there with a sniper. Second Guard squad here arriving. Mechanized regiment there going up for Frost, and the 23rd Panzer Division now being caught by the Rubergruber. This is pretty bad. Getting into the cafe, using it to quickly sort of traverse a larger amount of territory, perhaps get more time for the units to get nearby. Bit of a game of cat and mouse, except the cat in this case is motorized and got machine gun. Folks, though, barely making out of that one. Mine, they almost finished by Rubergruber, halfway done. Sturmpioneers, conscripts are winning out that one by the looks of it. Sturmpioneers all low on health, not looking too good there. Perhaps. Okay, now if they got the point. Sniper looks like to actively escaping here. Very well played there by Rubergruber. Kuhwagen taking in fact now a very far path around the centre of the map here. Clearly worried about Guardsmen. He's seen some he probably expects more, and this lastly working on pulling them back. We got the Lux Aufklärungspanzer there on the way for Rubergruber. Certainly a heavy reconnaissance contingent so far from Frost. From the Aufklärungsabteilung there of the 23rd Panzer Division, which would usually have a mix there, for example, Kugelwagen, some infantry in half tracks, and usually then armoured cars, perhaps reconnaissance tanks if they have them. Sniper could do some reinforcement. There you go, 3rd Guard Squad again. He is very much aware of what Frost is planning, and thanks to his special rifle command start, the Guardsmen are going to show one of his better ways of dealing with it. Plus, Guardsmen overall serve us pretty well. Heavy infantry, particularly up here with the light machine guns, they can actually very well fight enemy infantry as well. So, long term, it's not actually a bad decision there by Rubergruber to go heavy on the Guardsmen, as long as he doesn't just mindlessly spam them. We'll of course have to see what happens there. Either way though, Aufklärungspanzer out, Kugelwagens gefechtbereit, troops hanging back as well, going for a fuel point there, which you might then actually be able to connect. Lux is setting up, Kugelwagens setting up the other way, Guardsmen shifting up as well. There you go, Lux taking a few hits there from the PTRSs. Kugelwagens taking hits as well. Few hits there. Oh dear, is he paying attention with the Kugelwagen? He's trying to grab the point. Or has he just... Oh dear. Score 1 for the Red Army. Kugelwagen down. A bit of a waste there for Sturm Tiger Frost, to be honest. Looks they're hunting down some engineers on the far west flank. Snipers need to be careful if they get spotted. They're going to be dead meat. Sturm punching with the Kangas from doing his run in return there. No light machine gun so far. Pretty here for the Guardsmen, though they do have munitions. Heavy fire there. Cover slowly crumbling away under the heavy hits of the anti-tank. Rifle Sturmpioneers falling apart. The live body is no longer animated as life falls out. And there we go, trying to cover the sniper again. He's really intent on getting that sniper. That's probably going to be one of his bigger issues. Guardsmen there rushing back to cover it. And Lux then takes a far right path there to avoid the Guardsmen. Still runs into them, a bit too slow here, a bit too slow. There we go, several hits there from the PTRSs. Damages the Lux. Falling back here from the centre in response, so basically having to pull away most of his infantry to deal with the Lux. but still doesn't give up the fight there. Incendiary grenades on the church, burning away part of the facade. Guardsmen moving up, veterans he won already. And looks moving into the centre again, straight into the guardsmen. Snarby needs to be careful. But there you go, guardsmen flank, and we are quickly seeing the casualties rise there, down to one man. The rest are dead in a heap of broken bodies. And there we go, scored another Kubelwagen kill. This time he's actually upgraded anti-tank grenades, and the Kubelwagen was sent onwards. A complete wreck there, cutting off the fuel point again. Aggressive play there by Rubergruber, pushing back here against Sturmtiger Frost, and his own very aggressive play there in the early game. We got a battle group headquarters a bit further up, allowing him to reinforce, but also call up other units. Line free guns, flak half-tracks, and we got here scavenge, allowing to salvage better. Jaegers can be called up, of course, grenades, though he doesn't have a lot of infantry that actually utilise the grenades at the moment. Still no sign of light machine guns there for Ruber's guardsmen. He's called up a fourth squad of guardsmen. This is really a heavy guards presence here from Rubergruber. They are definitely determined to do some damage. Consuls there, down to one man, need to retreat. They are really pushing in the luck. I mean, the looks just need to look at them, and the last man there will fall dead. There you go, guards caught out in the open, neck of cover, in fact. Getting off a few hits, but quickly have to break and retreat. And Consuls on the run as well, down to one man. Rubergruber there might have pushed his luck way too far there, but there you go, guards coming from the church, more hits. Moving in there again, trying to sort of catch the looks if he had, of course, the DPs. Oh, there we go. We've got Jaegers occupying, carving out the church there, appearing right in the midst of the Russian troops, causing a full collapse there. Also, no, he's actually used conscripts to sort of merge up the guardsmen so he can keep them longer on the field. And again, he drops dead. Troops enforcing sniper also. Grabbing the fuel point there. Preparing the looks, which apparently wrecked that shed quite severely. Yeah, I didn't like the look of that shed. What if Russians were to appear out of it? There you go, more hits, guardsmen hitting veterans here too. They're on their own, they're not quite going to do enough there before they're dead and compost. But there you go, quick counter-attack. He's not in full reinforced, because just since there's this kind of urgency behind Rubergruber just pushing forwards. Jaegers doing what they can, but they might not be enough. Sort of halt the advance here of Mr. Rubergruber. There you go again, merging with the guardsmen using conscripts where they can to quickly, cut down cost, but I think also speed. Grabbing points there. Looks doing what he can, close to veteran 2 here, and increased lethality, salvaging the M3A1 for a bit of extra fuel and munitions. He's actually got a ton of munitions. He's laying down a bunch of mines there to make things a lot harder for Rubergruber. Veterans 2 on the looks, also down to half health. I'm guessing these are the ones there with the light machine guns. Now more equipped to deal with infantry. There we go, Jaegers quickly deny the building there to the conscripts. And a push for the cough on again there by Sturmtiger Frost, overall maintaining good pressure there versus Rubergruber, but Rubergruber is determined to fight back. Got the few point of getting the cut-off point there back as well. Falls to the point, flanking in there from the cafe. Heavy fighting here. Desperate situation for Rubergruber, who's doing his best to command control of the centre. Jaegers though pushing out there in a rather reckless move, though they manage to push back the conscript there by the fountain, or guards by the fountain, but they take heavy loss in the process. Another Jaeger squad moves up. No attempt at grenading from Frost at the moment. Guardsmen just keep pushing forwards. Need more light machine guns though, I would say need more light machine guns. The more he can muster versus Mr. Frost, the better. Frost here could be playing for an Austrian. I mean, that would be nasty, but at the same time all those guardsmen wouldn't quite find as much to push his black, but still probably would be not too bad at even though he's actually taking up there. He's going for the third truck. Veteran to the guardsmen still in light machine gun. Looks moving up there, blasting away at the church. Right flank though is making progress as well. There we go, that's what we're setting up munitions for a 105mm howitzer barrage. Artillery raining down. Guardsmen barely making out of that one before the rain comes down, the hammer of the Third Reich. allowing Frost to quickly sweep in and secure the town centre. But the right, though, has been secured. We got more guards coming up there, plus conscripts. And we got tech up here for Rubergruber as well, tank of a tank command, as we got the truck moving ahead here. Likely going to set up a Schwerpanzer headquarters to cover up the battle group headquarters, further reinforcing its forward fighting point. Guardsmen just keep fighting there, growing points in the east. So far so good, and there we go, DP light machine guns flanking the forces there by the fountain, quickly doing a lot of damage, and as they have veteran too, they are thusly a bit more lethal as well. And Jaegers charging forwards, trying grenades, got the looks moving in from the other side. There you go, Jaegers blitzing forwards, but straight into the light machine guns, exposing them to quite hazardous fire. And that's not going to help them too much, since they only, well, about one functional window versus two, and they've got light machine guns, so of course they would just pop a grenade. But no, looks like he's reacting here to the looks flanking in the other side. Out in the negative cover though, they are easy targets there for the light tank, and the punishment is swift and severe. And tank of a tank command almost done. Could probably rush out an SU-76 to help hunt down, or a T-70 to further pressure the infantry, which I know to help deal with the looks. Further hits there. Jaegers taking losses. Looks taking hits. There we go. Could try and hit it with an anti-tank grenade, but no run, no grenade there. There we go. But by now it's probably too late as the looks attack command to build up enough distance where the Ura can't really carry it. Veteran 2 there. So Frost has actually sort of put a lot of resources into getting all three buildings up, which could perhaps, you know, dynamic ability to sort of really have pushed the advantage further. I mean, safely skip this one, instead going for a much quicker Schwerpanzer at quarters. He could perhaps rush out some Rosengarden or a Panzer IV. But there you go, SU-6 arriving for Rubergruber, a light assault gun to probably help deal with the looks, but perhaps also any armour that Frost might be getting. Jaegers doing what they can, but still the damage is severe. We got better fear than the Guardsmen. They got light machine guns by the sound of it as well. Those are the ones. Has actually got more light machine guns, looks like it. There we go, better. Full out in the open versus veteran 3 Guardsmen. Light machine guns are quite in a lot of trouble actually. They're quickly suffering out, they're bleeding out rapidly. Could actually see a wipe, there we go, wipe, a huge loss there to Frost. Artillery raining down there on the rear line. He was perhaps hoping to force retreat through all of this. A bold attempt there by Frost, but under assaults in the cafe, losing most of its interior. And a lot of munitions wasted. It's right here with a large amount of Guardsmen. He's actually managed to secure the centre of the map. Their contacts following up here to help further secure. Jaegers being pushed back. The front point here is a bit exposed now, and the rest of the map is also. He's basically sort of allowed now Rubergruber to shift towards the west where their defences are few. Now they sort of felt confident then taking the centre thanks to the Guardsmen and the lack of sort of real anti-infantry there from Stormtrooper Frost. Of course, it could go for a Panzer IV soon enough, which might just help to turn the tide back. There we go, grenade assault almost driving out the Guards squad there. Nice, destroying detail. Made it through then the Guardsmen. Another squad upgraded, so now he's really adding in all those light machine guns he wants, he needs. Making things a lot more challenging for Stormtrooper Frost infantry, which isn't quite as heavily upgraded. The Stormpires might be the closest, and he's only got one squad of those. He should definitely, I think, consider getting up some orbital garden. Some heavy equipped infantry in that regard would do, I think, Stormtrooper Frost a lot of good there versus Rubergruber and all of his Guardsmen. Probably one of his best options right now of responding to them. Actually, had he gone for breakthrough Panzer for this with an officer, plus John Punch with the officer, could I think have done well, but in that sense he's rather painted himself into a corner now with the scavenge. And overall the infantry situation is actually looking rather poor. He's lost both Volksguns and the squads. He's down to just Jaegers and the Sturm Pioneers. And the Jaegers are in a bit of a tricky position. Lastly, we've got more artillery down here. Really hoping for the artillery to do the trick there versus Rubergruber mines, and perhaps some overslot light machine guns probably would have done better than just, you know, throwing artillery willy-nilly at your opponent. But there you go, alright. Bit wrong there, certainly almost wiped the entire Guards walk there as artillery just shatters the area. But that is still 180 munitions just to get 4 men. Our mine could have done that for a lot less. In fact, only 1/6 of the price. Almost a 2-3 then the looks of Clownspanzer. Nothing further here from Rubergruber, of course, could consider taking up, or maybe getting another assault gun. Frost can now go for the Panzer IV, but he is not. He could also go for the Obersoldaten, but he's not. Is he playing for the Panther, or is he playing for a King Tiger? I mean, the Panther... well, the problem with the Panther is not that good versus the infantry, and right now his primary issue is the infantry. So he needs something that can sort of more hard counter, of course, still be armor in that sense. The Panzer IV is best bet here. And then supporting that with Obersoldaten, I think, would be a very good move, maybe for an Ostwind afterwards. Or maybe just another Panzer IV. Another Guards assault there to be fire on the house here. Fortified by the Jaegers. Door mine going off there. For Heinrich, blown apart there by that. Finding here for the Eastern Victory Point, Jaegers push forward, close to Victory 2. Western Victory Point has been lost there to the Russians. Active time here for the mid-game analysis. In terms of damage, actually very close to each other. In terms of kills, they're also very close to each other, which is a bit problematic in a sense there for Sturmtiger Frost, since technically the Russians do have larger squads, and it's not like he's been using small units, he's been using the conscripts and the guardsmen, both are 6 men, so for that to be the case, I mean, he's obviously lost a bit more than that, but still for that to be that close, bit of a problem there for Frost, really. It does indicate that perhaps things are not going so well, and certainly infantry-wise, he's struggling quite a bit. In terms of army value, I mean, we got some advantage for Rubergruber for some time, but now it's actually turning the other way around. Resource flow, a bit much there from Frost, but also territorial control again. Huge advantages, but again, there's been sort of a blip there, and now things beginning to look a lot less good there for Frost. And overall for Frost, you need to focus on, you know, more anti-infantry counters, of course, not leaving yourself open to armor, so Panzer IV initially would be a good choice, but otherwise Obersoldaten with the light machine guns, maybe more Sturmpanzers with just heavier infantry than just Volksgrenadiers. The Jaegers are basically there to support other infantry. They can't really fight on their own, not unless you get like a large bunch of them, in which case again you might as well just get something else. So right here, Sturmtiger Frost is in a bit of a danger, sort of quickly running into a bit of a wall and just trying to bash his head through it rather than, you know, trying to play around it or get the right tools for it. So I mean, Obersoldaten, Panzer IV, support with an Ostwind or another Panzer IV, maybe get in some Sturmpanzers as well. That way he can certainly, I think, do better there versus Rubergruber. Also trying to initially play around here the centre. I mean, he's just finding the guardsmen inside the building. The guardsmen are going to be very difficult for him to get out. And again, he doesn't quite have the tools for that. I mean, if you say that Feuersturm, you know, Flammhetzers, Sturmpanzers, the flamethrowers, but here, I mean, grenade assaults, yeah, but that can be dodged. Fire can't really. So, I mean, there's a few problems there. I mean, you should try, again, focus on the flanks, on the sides, go for the resources, that way try and build up something alongside the Panzers, try and flank behind, you know, so that way so slowly deal with Rubergruber, try to force them out into the open when the guardsmen aren't, you know, quite that stubbornly difficult to get out of anything. If he can do that, he might just be able to pull off. But if he continues with this kind of strategy, I fear it might not work out for him, because again he's just basically setting himself up for a fight of attrition. In that sense, the Russian guardsmen with a lot of machine guns, a lot of veterancy and buildings are pretty much set up to win that one. Unless he say had a Sturmtiger or something like that, and he doesn't because he's gone for scavenge. So that's basically it. I mean, one option would be to consider going for some light infantry guns. The constant barraging could work out there, and plus of course more specific barrages could help there, but that's really it. And so far though, Frost has shown no inclination towards them, so who knows if he'll actually go there. For Rubergruber, I mean, a lot of infantry, but so far it's not throwing more into it. I would probably suggest him trying to take up and going for the T-35 as soon as possible. Obviously with fuel issues he's been suffering, he can't easily go for the T-35s, but still trying, I think, would be a pretty good idea. Otherwise keeping up the pressure on the flanks besides just the centre. And otherwise keeping up the counter-strategy, which is so far working out quite effectively there for Frost. Well, for Rubergruber against Frost, because again, you just can't quite fight the guardsmen there on an equal footing when they're inside the building with like machine guns. I mean, they're simply just too difficult to remove without suffering in the process as well. So maybe sort of keep up with that. I mean, he might just have a good chance of winning there through sheer attrition, just for starters. The victory points wise, he does have to keep an eye on that, since that's really where Frost does also have an advantage still. So let's return to the fight and see what happens. I am starting to fear though Frost might be playing for a Panther. The King Tiger, I mean, could work, but it's going to be... Oh dear, he went for the Panther. I would probably say right now the Panther is actually a worse choice than the King Tiger. While the King Tiger will still take some time to get there, which of course still is bad, at least it can deal with infantry quite well. Panther can't. And the looks just went down there to the SU-76. Right now he's just lost his looks with his anti-infantry tank, and he's getting a tank while can't deal with infantry, obviously. Get out, can't deal with them super well, and again when he's dealing with so much infantry, particularly so many guards, we need something that can deal with infantry better than a Panther. Right now Frost is taking down a Panther that could backfire on him. Unless Rubergruber makes a mistake, or he somehow plays that Panther really, really well. Just anti-tank rifle fire, hammering against the bricks of the building. Not looking too good there. Slowly cleaning up, need to retreat, need to retreat. Those guardsmen are really doing terrible work. There we go, even wiped, they didn't manage to retreat them in time. Veterans from the Jaeger squad, they need to get away to reinforce. Do not take those guards lightly again. Particular veterans defeat, they become really nasty. And again, they also become pretty good at aiming with their P2Ss. Plus light machine guns, meaning they can be pretty good anti-infantry. Panther moving out there, Panther light machine gun on the way, that's at least something. A few hits there. But still, the Panther is not particularly well suited for that. I mean, that's basically what's the issue of the Panther. They didn't have very good high explosive rounds due to the fact that its high velocity gun basically meant for high explosive grenades to work. They need a much thicker shell, and that basically meant less room for high explosives. And the West they got to jump on those conscripts, halfway to 23, up close. They should probably have to win. There we go. Rubergruber forced to pull back, but overall Rubergruber is now the one actually controlling the map here compared to Storm Tiger Frost. Jaegers here trying to bleed out the gas, but looks to be working out a bit. Panther moving westward support here, probably get some repairs. They could have just gone to the mechanized regiment to get that done without having to manage more. But there you go, another Jaeger squad. No attempt at orbital down there by Frost. No attempt whatsoever. Just more Jaegers. And there you go, repaying the Panther. Go up and just doing what they can to absolutely make things special here for Storm Tiger Frost. He's actually up his Kednever here. I'm guessing he's trying to catch the Kednever, and instead he's just catching an awful lot of lead from some very upset Russians. Panther sets in, might try and flank their catch the 876. Thankfully Rubergruber has not been laying down mines. That's actually a bit of a mistake there, to be honest. Panther flanks in. I mean, right there, what he should have done, should have been trying to turn it left there, just so he could sort of help turn the turret there faster, instead he just went in a straight line. Which also gave the SU-6 the time to get away, so that didn't work out quite too well there for Storm Tiger Frost. Rubergruber's SU-6 there gets away, gasping down to one-man retreats. Jaegers there, fighting away, close to Veteran 2-4. Definitely getting better. And Jaegers generally were sort of a light infantry sort of type of assault unit for more rough terrain generally. They didn't have a lot of heavy equipment and that sort of, you know, heavy artillery for example. But they could generally count on to fight sort of more difficult terrain. They were usually considered good soldiers throughout most of the war. They also largely fought on the Eastern Front. "24 kills there, Yardita. Look at this. We are heroes of Germany. As we kill as many Russians as we can." Almost at a few in the gasp when Jaegers push back. Mines going down there, perhaps expecting him to try and repeat the same trick there. We also got Tech up there, and we got the T-35 on the way there for Rubergruber, an independent tank battalion attached here to the Guards Rifle Division. And he's getting a Stukas of Fuss now. Considering what he's finding, which is likely a more mobile infantry force, I mean, unless Rubergruber really wasn't blobbed by, I wouldn't really recommend it, since I don't think the Stukas of Fuss is going to do that much versus Rubergruber, really. You'd be better off either trying to get an Ostwind or some Luxus, or a Panther 4, you know, just something that can more sort of actively engage the infantry and deal with it. Instead he's going to be firing rockets, which Rubergruber could very well dodge, and well, then it's out for some time there. I mean, this isn't really the sort of type of fighting, you know, that really requires artillery. And again, he keeps throwing away munitions there on the artillery, so I'm trying to catch something, but it's getting increasingly less of an effect, of course, as Rubergruber, of course, pays more attention to it. I mean, if we were to use the only units on the far flanks, it might work better rather than the centre of the enemy. In that sense, the trick is, basically, as the Washington Company would want, don't throw the artillery where your opponent's paying attention, throw the artillery where he isn't always less likely to pay attention. Still, the Jaegers doing what they can, but they are struggling to make any sort of really good headway. We almost got them to 5 their knees. Definitely Iron Cross first class material. T-55 moving up there, 85mm gun, machine guns turning into the fascists. Mines going down there by the western mix one. There we go, we got the Stukas of course unleashing its rockets. Didn't do too much there. He didn't get a kill. Knocked out a building, the cafe specifically, but that's it really. And we forced the Guardsman away, but ultimately that rocket strike amounted to very little. Jaegers blitzing away, perhaps sensing something's going on. Then we got a full infantry push there, supported by a tank. Very nasty little combo there. Rubergruber's got going, and the Jaegers certainly will not be able to resist that. In fact, for Reinhardt, full step. We got the Panther wing in support. There's not really enough to support the Panther. It's going to be largely fighting on some of a single Jaeger squad here to deal with the T-35 conscripts and guardsmen, plus the S-6 now moving up as well. And engine damage on the Panther too. Again, we're pulling up here. Jaegers need to fall back. The house is no longer safe, as Russians fire everything they can at it. Right here, mistake, right into the Raketnev. I'm not entirely sure what Rubergruber was thinking. S-6 actually gets away from that. That was lucky. Jaegers there barely managing to get off there. And to safety. Low on health, low on numbers, low on everything besides faith in Germany. And there you go, veterans on for the Panther, still engaging here. The T-35 Guardsman moving up, putting the flank, with buttoning down. And there you go, main gun destroyed. Looks like the N6 got a few extra hits, they're close to Infantry 3, and now the Panther is out of the battle for some time. We need to pull back to the mechanized regiment there for repairs. Oh good, I was just... No, has he actually forgotten he's got a mechanized regiment? I mean, why would he always keep pulling back just over the steel ponies? We can just pull it up here to have them do it. I'm sure the steel ponies with this can of course repair faster, but if we just move up to help repair at the mechanized regiment, that would just mean the Panther's faster back in the battle. Getting more steel pioneers. Still no Oberstland. Watch over there for Frost. Another rocket to strike there. Still no kills. And like if there's getting absolutely shredded out in the open. Jaeger see a grenade assault in the Guardsman quickly and deftly dodged that. Jaegers need to retreat. Map patrol is slipping out of the hands of the Sturmtiger Frost quite severely. And there you go, Panther is ready to fight once more.
Forward elements report an infantry unit lost.
Air parts of the force doing what it can. Jaegers here dealing with the Guardsmen. Go, Panther rolling ahead. Got a Guardsman there, got a Guardsman. Jaeger suppressed it by maximum, and now Rubergruber's actually going to bring up more elements, and now he's actually bringing up machine guns to deal with the infantry. What little infantry Frost has left, actually. That's actually very well played there by Rubergruber. It's probably also quite unexpected there for Frost, which then has to deal with another element. Steel Pioneers there, low on health, and need to get a map at the same time. Need to retreat. There you go, they got the mine, but the Russians might get them in return. T-35 moves ahead under fire from the Schwerpanzer, cautious on his 37mm flak, pushing into the east here. what few Jaeger units he's actually got remaining. Stone Pioneers as well.
Combat unit ready.
Okay, for their man-bound units, we've got the Infantry 6 veteran to flee. The Panther just need repairs. And there you go, calling up the Austrian Flak Panzer in hopes that might somehow, you know, deal with all the infantry.
Squad, shut it. We are receiving what we're trained for. Prepared for action.
Yeagsman up these, there we go, Guardsman out in the overtaking here from the Ostwind, got Council running about, and there you go, S6 flanks the Ostwind, and quickly sends that one driving back towards safer territory for some repairs. And there goes, actually now using the S6 to knock out the Schwer Panzer quarters, well plated here by Rubergruber, forcing the Panther to react and straight to the Kidnap and the SN6 there, good hit. And we got an S-85 now on the way from Rubergruber tank, so we also got marked vehicle on the Panther, though the Austrians should be able to deal with that. Schnell, there we go. You'll probably get a badge for that, Jürgen. There goes from Austrian Sword trying to get some units there, but taking heavy hits there from the 6 and the T-55. S-85 halfway done. Panther being repaired, close to it into 2. That's at least something for Frost. He's going to need to repair Schwer Panzer quarters soon, otherwise the M6 is just going to knock it out. And in that regard, then Frost is really not going to have a lot of options for dealing with what's ahead of him. Jaeger's going for the fuel pump, but they are in a pretty prickly position. He cancelled the S-85 for the T-35. Curious decision there. I'm guessing he's not too worried anymore about armour and just feels he can go for another T-35 to help deal with the infantry, but still give him some punch versus enemy tanks.
We have fallen to 200 points. SMG! Cover!
Panther moving ahead. There you go, good hit. Virtually 2 for the Panther. And Kedneff gets a hit there as well. Either way, the Panther's a bit tougher. Osman supporting. Trying to push westward, but still the lack of infantry is not really helping Frost here. There's that severe infantry force that Rubergruber has mustered. Constantly moving ahead, flank punching when it can. Jaegers as well. Veterans 5, they are hardened veterans. 32 kills. T-55 moves up as well. Stone Pioneers not to support Jaegers as well. Panther keeping at bay here. There we go, unit wide, but Jaegers are forced to fall back, fighting for the West. Stone Pioneers, Gas and Gas, but quickly occupy the building by the looks of it, and that pretty much means Stone Pioneers out in the open are easy targets. Need to clear out that Kedneff. The T-34 just seems to be going back. There he goes, Stone Pioneers forward to get it. Panther versus the T-35 active back. Garson flanking in there with the PTRSs. Stone Pioneers gain veteran to 3. Well done there, well done. But how long will they last? There we go, Kedneff from around the Panther advances further. Close to half health though. Darkin firing at the rear, and there we go, buttoning out as well. T-34 moves in, taking chance of this, sort of just storm take a first Panther comes back in front. And we got Fuss unleashing a barrage here, trying to wipe out the guardsman, and succeeds! Just the exit the front door. Trying to avoid the barrage, a single rocket lands on the wall, killing the entire unit in one devastating blast. Perhaps we should have taken the back door. Oh, shut up, Dimitri. By this point, Doomseeker Frost has pretty much given up all control of the flanks, pretty much ensuring that Rubergruber is going to have the resource advantage, just means he can keep calling in more and more tanks, and there we go, we got a third T-30-45 on the way. And there you go, Osman down. Jaeger's getting slaughtered. Now it's just down to the Panther and the Stukas of Fuss, a bit of infantry, and another barrage called down here. Hoping it will somehow make a difference. Alright, that certainly made an impact on that Maxim crew. In fact, utterly annihilated the Maxim. Constant taking hits. Alright, that was probably his most effective artillery barrage so far in the match. They don't know if he can get on. There you go. Going after the S-6, hitting it with the Panther. Eventually Fleet bounces off that front of the Panther. S-5 going in there, got constant flanking in there, going to tank and damage. Engine! Okay, now flanking, got the T-5 coming in. There we go, there we go. The S-6 actually escapes the wrath of the Panther. Panther, no! Panther gets it! Panther gets it! Nice shooting, Wilhelm. It might be the last shot we get in, but still good shooting. Kenworth arrives with fresh one there for Frost, but at this point too late, and there we go. Panther goes down. Panther is down. And 3 Guardsman squads remains, plus 3 T-35s and Frost got a Kedden effort to stop that. And some infantry. At this point, Frost is hopelessly outgunned and outnumbered. There's simply too many tanks. Yeah. Frost. Oh, he didn't quite spam guards, you know. He reacted to the heavy vehicle play. Got 4 squads, which is certainly heavy and probably a bit spammy, but he never got more than that. And he actually went for other things like SU-76s, Maxims, tanks. Spamming was a bit less than that, actually. Plus, the overall play at the map quite nicely compared to Frost, who just at one point just threw Jaegers at the enemy without much sort of consideration for a plan. Then went for a Panther when he needed anti-infantry, Stuck as a Fuss when he needed something that could more rapidly deal with the infantry, and so on, so on. I mean, overall for Frost, it basically came down to, again, he had an advantage, he didn't quite know how to play it very well, and then basically got bogged down by Rubergruber going heavy on guards when he in the center of the map, and he kept fighting instead of just going for artillery and trying to play around it, trying to fight for the map, plus, you know, other parts of the map with Panzer Force and the likes, you know, things that could deal with infantry. Went for a Panther, which really minimised what he could do with infantry with that, and then sort of just things slowly slipped away as he just threw more Jaegers, never considering Obersoldaten, or just more Sturmpipes, perhaps an extra squad, which quickly vanished as well. I mean, there were some definite problems. The start was interesting and certainly good, but he wasn't really able to take it to the next level, the level where he might actually win. Within that sense, his strategy never really adapted to what's being put forth by Rubergruber, whereas Rubergruber quickly reacted to what Frost was doing and overall sort of played it quite nicely. So, I mean, there you go. I hope you enjoyed this match. Hopefully it's helped you gain some further and deeper understanding of the game. If you did, subscribe, tell your friends, share it with everyone, and remember to press like. Every like helps more people see this video down the road. And if you did, you know, send in a replay and write some feedback in the comment section. This is Imperial Danger. Cheers, and thank you for watching, and hope to see you all another time. Bye.